So, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Den. I'm glad that you could join me today, this morning, or whatever time it may be, wherever you are. Again, let me start off with sincere gratitude and thanks for you tuning in, because it's an honor. It is a privilege to get to chop it up with you guys, just to speak on various topics, every day and every evening. And I appreciate. Let me get what I'm supposed to get. That you guys take the time out and come and have these conversations. Hey Keisha, what's the motherfucking deal? Yasmin, Ella, and Beyond the Funny Nigga, what's the motherfucking deal? O'Shea, what's the motherfucking deal? James Harden. Again, like I said, I'm your host, Ed Honcho. If you want to follow my personal social medias, you can follow me at Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you like. If you're an OG, if you've been rocking with the Den for a little bit, and if you're new to this, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. You got double duty. All the proper social medias for the Den Show. Den Show Live, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And if you want to send an email, you got something on your mind, send it to denshowlive@gmail.com. If you want to support the channel, you can make a one-time donation at streamlabs.com/the Den Show. And if you want to consider making a monthly pledge, you go to patreon.com/the Den Show, and you make a monthly pledge. Shout out to Stina Starry-Eyed, James Martin, and Goya for your Patreon support. It is greatly appreciated and will definitely be significant helping the channel continue to grow. I guess we'll put this to, if you ever want to call the Den, whether we're live or not, you can always call 833-284-3336. And even if the Den line is not active, you can leave a voice message. So now y'all may hear a little bit of something in the background. You're doing lawn maintenance and stuff around here, so you may catch a blower or a weed eater or a lawnmower in the background, so I apologize for that. See, 2.8 by next week. What you mean? Josh M, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. And Rashida, hey, how you doing this morning, Rashida? Y'all know I'd always love hearing from Miss Rashida. I'm glad you could join us this morning. So let's talk about something, right? Oh, word? Okay. Okay, well, yeah, we're gonna try to get on the grind. That's what's up then. Yeah, I gotta pay a little bit more attention. I'm trying to catch the sauce. You need some coffee? You know what? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you can have a little sip of my cup out of the Den mug. Have your little coffee. Get you a little sip. Nah, but I'm talking shit, but man, let's get into this conversation. So I came across this thing, right? Very concerning, but this is a conversation that we need to have. We briefly talked on it from time to time in various live Den streams. And there's a show, I guess it's like a UK show or a British show, I'm not sure. I kind of just briefly saw a clip about it, but it brought up the topic and made me really want to think about it. And it's called Age Gap Love. And I can't remember the two names of the characters, but one was, I believe, 47 now, and the other is 19 now. But they've been together since 44 and 16. And they were talking, and the guy was just like, hey, I was a friend of her mom's and a friend of the family. And, and this is where it gets real odd, right? This is where it gets real odd, because you said, she always showed a particular type of affection. And then I started realizing that she was serious, and they got together. So this means that she had to be showing some type of affection prior to 16. I don't know if it was a couple of months or how long. Maybe she could have just turned 16. I don't know. But this means that this 40-something-year-old man, was entertaining the affections of a young teenage girl for quite some time. Now they have two kids. One is 2 and the other is 1. So that means that at least at the age of 17, she got knocked up. Then you got to consider the 9 months before that. So he's probably been fucking with this young girl since the age of 16. And he's been 40-something. Now they're married, and you can justify that however you want to. I want to talk about double standards, and I don't want to say double standards, but I want to talk about beliefs. You see, in America, that ain't gonna be. I don't know, because here's the deal. I was telling y'all a while back. I was talking to the lady who does my hair, and she was talking about how, even at a younger age, that she knew women in her family that were encouraging, and even her being younger, some other people in her family, to date older dudes. I've heard this all over the place. Think about it. I don't know, how many of you were in high school and knew, we talked about R. Kelly and all that nonsense. We ain't talking about that, but in high school and knew chicks that were fucking with older dudes, right? So you're 23 and your boyfriend is 57. You met when you were 20. Interesting. That's interesting. So what about your boyfriend, Kirsten, that attracted you to him? You know what I mean? But yeah, but not even freshmen. I'm talking about I know chicks who were freshmen, sophomores dating late 20-year-old, maybe older, who knows? Again, I don't know if you want to call it, if the niggas thought it was dating, if the dudes thought it was dating, they might have thought it was something different, but you seen them rocking with them. I remember chicks who were in 8th grade. Chick I took the 8th grade dance, her boyfriend was a senior in high school. I couldn't get no hype in the 8th grade dance because he came and scooped it up. You know what I'm saying? I had a play in my mind for my 8th grade dance. I'm like, shit, look, all this, it's going down. And then what? Scoop and score. He came, picked up from the dance. I'm like, dead by the bitch. I'm going to drive one day. But no, so I'm looking at that and I'm just like, wow, because society's view of this is, like you said, he's a predator. He would be off. They would get rid of him. But I don't think that's true because I see it happening probably much more frequently than we want to admit. And I know to a lot of people it's like, oh, that's disgusting. That's basically pedophilia or whatever you want to call it. And I think that's, people talk about grooming, guiding younger age individuals to the sexual habits of older individuals. Think about, what's his name? Who was the dude? I don't know if you can say his name, so they banned him from all the platforms. But the gay alt-right guy, Milo. And that's what kind of caused his downfall, because he talked about in the gay culture, the gay community, how a lot of older guys will go and groom these young dudes, like 13, 14 years old. And they'll call them mentors or they'll call it whatever else, but it's really something else. You know what I'm saying? It's really something else. And so this is happening much more frequently than we want to admit. But why? Do more people actually find this acceptable than want to say so? Because society says, hey, these are the rules. And I know in certain states it's different. I know in Texas, like 17 is the age of consent. Somewhere it's like fucking 14, one of them backwoods ass states. And it varies. So from 14 to like 18, depending on what state you're in. And so you wonder, you see now, certain people are trying to say, oh, kids should be able to vote at the age of 16, right? Because they're trying to say that kids now, they're just so much more mature than they used to be. So what other responsibilities, what other rights are you trying to give kids at a young age? Because I think a lot of this is setting the stage for something older, for something, different. I'm sorry, not older. A change in belief. We've talked about how, that they're trying to add the letter P to the rest of the alphabet soup, right? And why is that? Why would they want to do that? Because it's always these different, and if you're talking about alphabet soup, what are you talking about? LGBTQ, it's a bunch of letters, it's a plus sign in there somewhere. And so they're trying to throw the letter P in there for pedophilia. And I'm wondering if this age gap love thing is almost like verifying it, making it okay to do so. You know what I mean? I question it. I wonder about it. And it brings a lot of concerns. But let's be honest. Even when we were having those talks about R. Kelly and things like that were going on, quite a few people mentioned that, hey, they knew people in school, in high school, whatever was doing it. Somebody mentioned they knew niggas who was trying to act like, oh, R. Kelly, you this, and this. But them niggas are doing the same thing, Them niggas are doing the same thing. Like fucking with young chicks. But they trying to talk bad about R. Kelly because he all the way out there. But they do the same shit. Loitering around high schools and shit. But my thing, my question is, I wonder why, younger people are into it. Everybody's different, so you can't just say the age is the number. Oh, they're old and they're decrepit or they're this, and this. Maybe some people feel more mature at a younger age, but to me, that still doesn't validate the exchange. Like, hey, look, if that's what you're interested in, you don't have to wait a couple of years. I still think even then it makes it a bit awkward, but I want to know how y'all feel, and that's kind of the conversation that I want to have today about older people. It doesn't have to necessarily be men. Older women, because like I told you, I had some experience with. Look, and she had to at least, if not, she was a rough looking younger than that, but no, she had to be at least in her 40s. There was an incident I had with a neighbor. I told y'all about the other neighbor, the chick. She was kind of in her 20s, like early to mid 20s, right? I was 16. Like I said, it was a neighbor. I was 16, 17. She had to be about in her 40s. And that was a whole super unexpected incident. I ain't even gonna get into all that. But, you know, because women do these things too. You talk about cougars or whatever you want to call them. You know, men don't get that same label. They just say they get what trophy wives or whatever else it is, what it is. Baker man, what's the motherfucking deal? And so, you know, we've been seeing this a lot. But society says, hey, this is no good. This is unacceptable. But then again, you see families, you see, I've seen, like I said, I've talked to a lot of women. And again, not just various places, and I've seen it in various places. And generally, it's a single mother, because dads are not going to let some older nigga just come in and swoop up their daughter like that. They may, I don't think they're going to be too kosher with their sons either. But I know, because I think it happens a lot more often with men to women, to older men with younger women. But, you know, it does happen, you know, vice versa. But I think generally when it happens vice versa with older women, they are above the age threshold. You know what I'm saying? But some of them do cross those boundaries. But why? And I want to know how y'all feel. Should society be reconsidering this thing? And then not even just on the underage thing or the really young. Is it odd to have those ages? What we just saw, I saw something like, I think like a 68-year-old, and she was with a 36-year-old, something like that. There was a story recently about a guy, and all he did was date older women. And he would bring them home around his mom. They were older than his mom, you know what I'm saying? And so he was like in his 20s, I believe, and he was dating, 68-year-old women. He had a harem of old, I won't call them old hotties, but he had a harem of old women. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bring them home to mom. He kissing on these women and all this stuff. I guess, yeah, I don't know what the details were, but he was a young old player. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, I question, is society going against nature? Now, me personally, never been attracted to younger chicks. I don't care if it's just a couple of years younger, way younger, no. But I have always liked older women, even from a younger age. So I wouldn't say that I would date, especially when I was younger, I would date a woman, 30 years older than me. But if she looked good enough, I'd fuck around. We're just gonna be blunt and be honest about it. But I wouldn't make it committed into a situation like that. So I think commitment and then I think fucking around are two different things. But let's just be honest. Let's just be realistic about what's going on, what's happening here, right? So let's talk about it. I'm gonna open up the line here in just a second. And again, so I want to know, is it a yeah? And then how much did what was it, American Pie? How much did American Pie change the game? Because they created a new word. They created a new Pornhub genre. I mean, come on, man. MILFs. And that just changed the game right there. So all I'm saying is this. Is nature different than society's views? Why do you think that society has these certain laws in place? Are they necessary? Or do you see in the future that the mentality is going to change? Because for some reason it almost seems like, and I think it started when, you change the mentality of parents treating their kids like friends, and the kids think that, man, I saw some shit, and this is way off top. I saw some shit the other day, little white dude, I guess it was his dad or something like that. And this motherfucker in the bathroom punked him, called him, "What's up, nigga? What you gonna do? This, that, and the third." And just calling him all kind of shit. Special Black, welcome to the den. I don't know if you're watching the video or if you're checking out the live stream, but you knew his friend in the den. Welcome. And I'm just like, damn. I wish I would have tried that with my mom, much less my pops. It'd be no Honcho here today. It would be like, it would be, here lies Ed Honcho, 19, well, let me see, that nigga look like about in his teens. So it would have been Here Lies Ed Honcho 2001. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that I'd have got away with any shit like that. And it's crazy, man. It really is crazy. But I'm gonna fire up my black. Yeah, I'm gonna burn a black steak because I'm frustrated. No, I'm not really frustrated, but when I'm putting in work on occasion, it helps me focus. But I ain't gonna be back on these hoes every day. But I said, why not today? Why not today? I'm gonna open up this line, man. I forgot I was wearing this hat. This is a yellow hat, like the fucking letters because of the fucking green screen in the back. Okay, I gotta sit back like that, it'll be all right. Because of the green screen in the back, the letters will disappear depending on where I'm at. And so usually I don't wear this hat live on the streams. It's a lot of shit that I can't wear because I got a bunch of the shirts that I can't really wear them because, at least on the streams, because shit'll be all, disappearing and shit'll look real weird. So that's why I stick with the basics, the black, gray, white, shit like that. Very dullish, neutralish type shit. Cause I ain't gotta worry about disappearing in the middle of the stream. So I can't even sip out my cup. Look at me, my cup ain't foul. But let's get into it. That has nothing to do with anything. That's just crazy conversation. Cartier, what's the motherfucking deal? Miss White in the house. And so like I said, we're gonna open up the line and I'll kind of keep spilling my thoughts on this. But if you wanna call in and share your views, we'll open it up. Hey man, while I'm doing that, make sure you like the video. If you're new to this, hit that subscribe button and that like button. If you don't know, I am Ed Honcho. You can catch my personal socials at Ed Honcho HTX, Instagram and Twitter. If you want to follow all the Den social on all major platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Den Show Live. Easiest way to remember. If you want to send an email, denshowlive@gmail is the easiest way to do that. Want to make a one-time donation, you can go to streamlabs.com. Okay, we got a call coming in. Hold on, let's take this call, player. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we got calling in to the Den this evening? Or this morning? God damn it, the players fuck up. All right, who we got calling in to
this morning? Greetings, Honcho.
Yes, how you doing? Prepaid?
This is prepaid, Michael.
Okay.
I'm currently in San Antonio riding around Lost.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do we need to send help?
Perfect. Oh no, don't send help. They're gonna get lost trying to find my lost ass. Fuck, man. I'm gonna find my way sooner or later. Shit. I guess I ain't gonna make it to that meeting, but I'm gonna give it a whole different spin, bro. And it's weird. I want to be clear by saying I don't have any attraction for younger women. And Honcho, I think me and you are in the same category. And the reason why we don't have any attraction to them because we've seen what they did when we was in school. You know what I'm saying? I was just like Honcho. We played ball. The niggas who was on varsity with us when we was freshmen, who was seniors, was smashing all the chicks in our class.
Exactly.
At first, okay, now I ain't gonna lie to y'all. At first, I felt kind of played about the shit because it didn't make no sense to me. Because I was like, surely these hoes know these niggas only hitting them up just for some pussy. Because you know, when you 18, there ain't nothing a 14-year-old can do for you besides give you a piece of pussy. Exactly. But then I started to understand it was deeper than that. That it was truly deeper than that. And my dad always said this. He said that women have a hierarchy of how they view men. My dad said that women don't really like men. Women like cars, muscle cars, money, and then muscle. So basically, you the man is the fourth thing on her list. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I was raised and how I looked at it. It made a whole lot of sense. He told me as a young man because when I got older and I was going to school and, I became, you know what I'm saying, you a freshman, you on varsity, you get bitches. You know what I'm saying? No questions about that. You know what I'm saying? We played big 5, 6, 8 football in Texas. So, you know what I'm saying? We had women. But the fact of the matter was these women wasn't going to get me to play. They was giving a senior because this nigga had a brand new car. I didn't. He had status. You know what I'm saying? He was going to college in the fall. I was coming back to high school. So my opinion on things changed. Now, I will say this, and this is me personally. If a woman or man is at the age of consent or emancipated minor is a person who's, let's say you're 15 or 16, you have a certain social status or you may have inherited some money and you feel like I'm an adult. I don't want to be under my parents' thumb. If you are an emancipated minor where you're basically living on your adult, I see nothing wrong with any age. I don't give a fuck if you a 90-year-old man and you smashing a 17-year-old who's and it's legal in your state. I don't have a problem with that, because here's the problem, the way I look at it. If you are legally able to make the decisions, make that decision, because I know that women are infatuated with status, money, and comfort. They will trade a lot of things for those three things. They will give up their dignity. They will give up the idea of anything else is going on with them. I know women who have education, who are PhD people, who have doctor degrees, law degrees, medical degrees. It doesn't matter. They will be with a man just because he has a lot of money, because of the security that comes along with that, or the faux security, because maybe he ain't giving her no money, but the idea that he has it, if she needs it, is security to her. On the flip side, what pisses me off is every time an old man with a young chick, he becomes creepy. To the media say he's creepy and manipulative. I'm going to say this because I say it all the fucking time. Women are far smarter than men. Far smarter. I don't care how smart. People say I'm pretty smart. I got quite a few degrees. Women are way smarter than me. It's not even close. Manipulative, conniving, bro, we'll never be on this level. A woman relationship cheats another man, she has 5 exit routes. A man cheat, first and foremost, he ain't supposed to even be over here. He done lied to everybody in his circle. Don't nobody know where he at. Women are just that much more advanced, bro. A woman can tell you a lie on the drop of a dime, and every last person in the circle will corroborate with their story. They're that much more smarter than us. So how in the fuck is every time an older man smashing a young chick, he manipulating her? That's not how this works. And I say that to say this. When Kylie Jenner and Tiger were together, right? Because the media didn't like Tiger, they said that he was a pedophile and all this stuff. So you mean to tell me a 22-year-old man is a pedophile to a 17-year-old, emancipated minor? A 17-year-old with $500 million, this man was a pedophile to her? And in that same generation, all their parents is 15 years apart, 25 years apart. That doesn't make any sense, man. You cannot move the goalpost when it's convenient for you. I guarantee you, Kylie was more of a 22-year-old than Tiger was. And it's proven because Kylie was paying a nigga child support.
True.
She was the adult of the relationship. How do you understand it? Kylie was buying him cars that he was never able to afford. Or she was buying him cars that actually paid off. Because a lot of rappers buy shit. They can't actually afford that lifestyle. She was actually providing a lifestyle that he was not used to. A lot of people ain't see it like that because they move the goalposts. If it's a man and a woman, they move it. Now, I'm just saying, I'm not that good in math, but 5-year difference between people is not something that's going to make me think that a person's a pedophile or that they are manipulating these people. That's just not how my brain works at all. I don't believe that at all. I'm glad you mentioned this topic because last night I seen a story about Peter Gunz, the dude who's been on Love and Hip Hop, Corey Gunz' daddy. He's having this 11th child with his 19-year-old girlfriend, and everybody said he's manipulative. He's a pedophile. How you gonna manipulate somebody? He got 10 fucking other kids. Who is he gonna trick? He literally has a football team. Who the fuck? What woman in the world can he trick with 10 other kids?
Okay, not at all. And she's willing. You are a willing participant in that endeavor.
Most definitely. And you can't say, well, the thing about it that everybody like, well, he ain't got no money. No, he does have money. He doesn't have money compared to most celebrities. Yeah. He makes $200,000-$300,000 a year. And a 19-year-old chick who doesn't see herself anything other than being an Instagram model or whatever the case may be, if your man makes $300,000 a year, you would gladly take that and take trips to Dubai and Hawaii and wherever else the hot young thotties are going. They don't care about what it looks like. It's about security for them. And if that's the role we're gonna play and allow them to have that sense of security, I'm fine with that. Just stop saying these men are creepy and they're manipulative. No, these men like having lots of kids with lots of women, and I ain't got no beef with that as long as you can pay for them.
Peter Gunn, he the one that did Uptown, baby. Ain't it? He did that Uptown, baby. Uptown, like way back in the Gap. That's what it is.
Yeah. When we was kids, yeah, that's him. That's him. Okay. When we was kids, that's him. He writes for the people. He's a producer. He's more of a behind the scene guy. And when I say $200,000-$300,000, he can make far more money than that. I'm just saying the perception of him, he don't have any money because he's on Love and Hip Hop in New York and he's been on and off and they live in an apartment. But people don't know that niggas in New York all live in apartments. That's kind of how that shit works. Yeah. None of these niggas have cars because that's kind of how New York works, pretty much. So that's kind of how it happens. You can live in Jersey and have a big house and a big car, but not, in VX and shit like that. So that's kind of how that works, man. To me, it's not so much of is it a social norm. It's the fact that people in social denial. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather is 24 years older than my grandmother. I just found it out. I thought they was the same fucking age. I didn't know. But she told me your grandfather had a good job. He was a bricklayer. He was a carpenter. He was good with his hands, so that's why I'm stuck with. That's 24 years, man. That's pretty much 2 lifetimes. So, in my personal opinion, it's not about is it a norm or not. It's the fact that society has continued to lie to themselves. I ain't gonna lie to myself. I lie to other people. I don't lie to myself. That shit is normal. I know you say we ain't talking about R. Kelly, but that shit is normal. Yeah. Because that's what he like. That's the profile of woman he like. He like them slender, skinny, ugly women. I don't like women like that. If I look at you and I can't tell if you 18 or 15, I don't want no parts of any team. Exactly. I don't know. I can't look at you and tell you ain't got no ass, you ain't got no titties. I don't want to do with you. You ain't got no meat on you. I'm scared about the whole idea of it. Niggas like him like the type of shit. If you think I'm lying, look at the women R. Kelly has dealt with. His wife is skinny and ugly. Yeah. You couldn't tell her age. You know what I'm saying? Look at Aaliyah. Aaliyah had no body. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sparkle had no body. So this is what the type of profile of woman that he likes. It don't matter if she's 37 or 17. If you skinny and ugly and nasty, R. Kelly will gladly have you. If you nasty and will pump out kids, Peter Guns will gladly have you. I don't want nothing to do with your ugly ass. You're too thin and too ugly for me. I don't want you. That's just me. Thank y'all. Y'all be blessed. I'm blessed and highly favored.
Already prepaid. Find your way, man.
With me?
You said you lost my name. Okay, bet. Okay, cool. Man, shout out to prepaid, man. That's the way to set the tone for the calls today, man. Who gonna follow that up? But man, look. But all I'm saying is it's true, man. Look, if you ain't got no meat, I ain't trying to be. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not that way. Pause. Cause y'all niggas will take that shit running. If you ain't thick, you ain't getting no dick. How about that? That'll work a little bit better. Look, I gotta be able to I want a woman to look like a woman. I can't do the skin and bones. It ain't on. That's not my vibe, babe. I can't rock with that. But very good point. Cause I'm gonna say shit. The 20-year difference. I see. What's up? Let me see. Shannon Jones. I see. Let me see who else can slid up in here, man. Lewis, what's the motherfucking deal? Or Louis? Is it raining outside? Where the fuck did rain come from? These niggas out here cutting the yard. I mean, goddamn. Anyway, Tina Holland, what's the motherfucking deal? Captain Diggler, what's the motherfucking deal? Trey D, what's the motherfucking deal? Shannon, I don't know if I shouted you out or not, but hey, this ain't nothing wrong with getting to. What it do? You get to. Rashida, you get another shout out too. Why not? Scott Lauderdale, what's the motherfucking deal? He said it's normal because that's the type of profile he wants. But what he was saying is that, he's talking about emancipated minders, and that's a very interesting point. He's talking about Kylie Jenner, which is a very interesting point because he talked about moving the goalposts, which is a very, very interesting point because I think a lot of us have had grandparents. I see, he said his grandparents were 24 years apart. I see Captain Dick said his was like 20 apart. I thought it was a big difference. I think my grandpa was 23, somewhere between 22 and 24 when he got with my grandma. And I ain't gonna say how old she was, but back in the gap, that was acceptable. He had a job, he took care of home and all that. I want to say my mom might have got married a little bit younger, if I'm not mistaken. Her first marriage, when she got married, I want to say she was a little bit younger, if I'm not mistaken. I got to go double check that before I falsify anything. But all I'm saying, Tiffy, hey man, you're never late. You're always on time in the den. What's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, I was supposed to say my grandma was about the same age. I think she was in that same age range. But so back then things were acceptable, and this is just a generation or two ago. What has changed? What has changed? Society has adjusted the norms, right? And I'm not saying, look, because again, let me reinstate. I don't want nothing. I don't want no chick that's 2 or 3 years younger than me. I'm older now. I still don't want to deal with chicks that are that much younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So much less when I was younger, I definitely couldn't stand him. But he brought some very good points, to that aspect of when we were, freshmen, and you talking about seniors and things, and how the chicks, yeah, they had cars, old enough to have a little job, or you were going off to college, like you said, that status, they provided that freedom and shit. And then, how the cycle always continued, because it'd be young chicks trying to hang around. I remember when one time I was going to have to whoop a scene. This hoe ass nigga, this nigga mad, like, this nigga, I ain't even going to say his name. Well, nigga tried to halfway threaten me over a bopper. Man, you treating that girl bad, you don't need to. Man, that bitch is a jump off, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Treating that girl bad, I should whoop you for that. Man, do what you do, man. I don't fight over hoes. This ain't a hoe issue. This is a respect issue, because you owe some clients. Nah, but I don't want to. Get your bitch ass on, nigga. Like, nonsense. But anyway, you say the people that got married young realize that shit was not okay. But let's think about it, right? Most people whose grandparents got married young, for the folks who said their grandparents got married young, and if are they still together, or did they have if they're no longer with us, did they have a long relationship? Did they ever divorce? Or, what I'd like to know your thoughts. Like my grandparents, that was their only marriage. That was it. Till my grandpa died and my grandpa passed away, and then once he passed on, she stayed single, and that was a wrap. But they got together, and he, like I said, was relatively young. They stayed together forever, Yeah, Bob had 8 siblings, Dad had 12. God damn, that family reunion was a motherfucker. First marriage turned to peace. She had 13 kids. God, that's unlucky. She need to have one more. You gotta stop at 12 or pop one more out. That's crazy. But you're right. No, these people aren't getting married now. I think it's different when you're talking about the age gap and you're not getting married, you're not getting a relationship. But the one I started off talking about, the 44-year-old, well, he was 44 and she was 16. Now she's 19, he's 47. They got 2 kids, they're married. I don't think they're in the best of situations, but it is what it is. Grandma 16, 21. Okay, 5-year difference. 67 years before grandma passed away. See, and that's what I'm saying, man. That's the thing. You gotta look, yeah, definitely gotta start a company, man. I know you come with some of these skits I be seeing these dudes be putting out, and they be trash. I know Beyond got something better. Man, what was I watched that video, that clip you put up, I guess was a throwback clip from the other day, about a locker, and you pulled that amazing flip. What was going on with that? I watched that shit about 17 times. Nigga. I just kept watching that flip. That shit was fucking hilarious, nigga. You say grandparents got married, both of them was young? Okay. Man. Hair or no hair? Look, hold on. Let's clarify, right? Let's clarify, Carter. Let's keep this above board. We're talking 18 plus, because y'all gonna be saying some whoa there, Honcho. To quote the great Pimp C, and if y'all fuck with UGK, y'all know what I'm gonna say. To quote the great Pimp C, man, hey, look, Jack, bald head pussy ain't shit. Grow some hair and get legit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm saying, I don't want to look, I need some hairs, some more yah. You know what I'm talking about? So that's kind of my deal, man. Man, Beyond, I think you're good with this is just my opinion, just from listening to the IG comedy and things, man. I think you would be great with some of those scenario based situations. I don't know if you're familiar with what's that dude's name? Big Jai. It's like a little clique of niggas from out in Cali, and they do little comics like Official Minks, Big Jai, a couple other little niggas, but one of them niggas big, but they pretty funny. I think you would be good at something like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't want nothing that appears young. I don't want nothing I have to like Prepay said. I don't want to fucking second guess nothing. I want to know it's official when I'm jumping. I'm saying, look, I don't want no questions. Look, I don't want to have to check for no idea. I want to know. Look, I want to see some gray hairs. Goddamn. Well, that's all I'm saying, babe. Look, Said he's grown to ask people in a position of trust, like teachers. That's predatory. So how do you feel about teachers who end up getting with students, and even if it's after the fact? Or what about a teacher who gets with a student, say the student is legal? Is that still a no-go? If it's legal, is it okay? How do y'all feel about that, man? You know? They say back at the Gap, parents used to whip the dog shit out their kids too. Don't mean it's the right thing to do, man. Look, I'm telling you, I still got a scar on my hand from a whooping I got when I was about 5. So there's that. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, because them dudes, they do a lot of little, you know, dating, relationship, scenario based stuff, and just little hood based stuff. But it's funny though. Yeah, look, restart your FB, and then make sure you join the group too, the Den Show group. Links in the description below. Well, my thing is, you know, has society painted a picture, and are they kind of backtracking on that now? Because think about all the youth that they put in the forefront, the limelight. Even with like YouTube, so many young people are getting so much glory. You know, they're justifying all this stuff. Like I talked about, you know, early on, you know, when they say in the when old buddy was talking about the gay community and how the gay community has a lot of men who groom young boys into that lifestyle, but yet we're embracing the, you know, the LGBT culture, the LTTB, TBYC, what was that yogurt company? TCBY, whatever. Anyway, culture, but there's a lot of that goes on, man. You know what I mean? And so what is next? Because again, a lot of people have talked about that, what do they call it, NAMBLA or whatever, you know, all of these things that are taking place. I want to know honestly, do you guys think that in the future that this will become socially acceptable? Because there's a lot of things that I wouldn't have believed early on, or if you would have told me, you know, 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago was going to happen, I mean, you fucking crazy. You smoking dope. You know what I'm saying? Take me to your dealer. But now, shit. It's like, it's a lot of shit happening now that you wouldn't have thought would have been cool back in the day. I mean, come on. If you'd have told me that you'd have trans shaving commercials in 2019, I'd have been arguing with you. If you told me to say in 99, I think it was about 99 is when I was going into high school, right? If you'd have told me there's gonna be, you tell me in 20 years it's gonna be transgender shaving commercials, I'm gonna be asking you about the flying cars. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's trans age is a thing already. There's a thing. Trans age is a thing. I actually had this one of the hashtags and I changed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, trans age is a thing. Now, I don't know if anybody's using it to pilfer underage kids yet. I'm sure if they believe they're that. But it's people. It was one, like I said, it was a story about a dude. He was like a 25-year-old black dude. Oh, my fucking ears. Said he felt he was a 50-year-old white man or some shit. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den this morning?
Honcho, I'm still lost, man. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go look at the fat woman on the Riverwalk. This ain't.
You gotta take some churros, man.
Bro, I'm gonna have to give me some churros. This ain't happening. And for everybody who's saying times have changed, times ain't changed. If y'all been in the den, I just got done beating my kids' ass the other night. My kids still get their ass beat. Ain't shit changed. They get the rash. That's the way it works. They get the rash. Ain't shit changed but the date, man. We all in denial. And look, y'all gotta stop saying shit that I didn't say. I did not say that R. Kelly was innocent. I said R. Kelly is a norm for the body type that he likes. For the body type that he likes. Now, since y'all think I'm gonna bite my tongue, I'm gonna say it right now. I'm not gonna say R. Kelly innocent. I damn sure know he ain't guilty. If you get my drift, because he ain't been found guilty. So you can take it how you want to take it. It is what I mean. Y'all gotta. The thing about it is, man, you gotta stop being so offended. And this is so This is toxic. This is that. No, bro, you just don't agree with it. It don't mean it's not right. Is it normal? I don't think it's normal. It's normal to the people who doing it. But you gotta stop lying to you. And motherfuckers like 17, 18-year-olds. Me and Honcho telling you, we don't like the type of stuff. But I get the people who like it. I see it. They like something about it. I don't want to do with it. A woman that's 17. Let me tell you something right now. Trying to keep up with a 25-year-old is a no-go. When y'all turn 30, you're gonna see trying to obtain a 25-year-old is impossible. You can't please her. She ain't never happy about shit. So doing this with a 17, 18-year-old, the way they like to party and be on the scene, look, man, if you got the energy for that shit, enjoy yourself. I don't have the energy for that shit. But if you 45 years old and you got paper and you can afford these little young bitches, man, buy you some of them. Get you a whole gang of them. Because me and Honcho ain't finna come take none of them from you. I don't want nothing to do with. I will point to your address. You can have all them little young bitches, but hey, here's the thing: if that's what a person like, and also we got to pretend they're not getting married. Some of these people are getting married. A lot of these people are getting married. A lot of these cats go do some behind the door type shit. And something else I forgot to touch on last time, Honcho, is you got to remember a lot of these family members are signing off for these marriages also. A lot of these mothers and fathers are signing off for these 38-year-old men to come in here and marry these 16-year-olds. It happens in America. It happens all across the United States. They're consenting their kids to go out here and get married and have kids with these men. So it is normal. I'm not saying I want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? My wife is my age. So I don't have that problem. You know what I'm saying? And love is difficult enough. So if you dating a person who's 20 years younger than you, I don't know what y'all relating to.
Exactly.
She ain't seen none of the cartoons you done seen, so I don't know what y'all talk about all day. She ain't seen none of the classic movies. You 20 years older than her. She ain't never seen no damn VCR, no damn The Last Dragon. She ain't never seen Breakins, Electric Boogaloo. She ain't never seen that shit, so I don't know what y'all talking about all day. Y'all don't eat the same foods.
Yeah, now she's stuck on them hot Cheetos.
Bro, she eat hot Cheetos and Takis every day. What is y'all talking about? See what I'm saying? That's the point I'm making. So, like I said, just because we don't fuck with me, they don't. Honcho, you know, you should have laughed. We grew up drinking Cisco, Mad Dog, shit like that. Bud Ices, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers drank Four Locos. When we were smoking as kids, we were smoking Reggie. These niggas smoke Mojo. Like it's a big difference. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
Back
up.
in the gap, bro, niggas used to get high off of Tylenol 3s. These kids are pill junkies now. They ton of pills, Percocets, Lortabs, anxiety medicine, depression medicine, erectile dysfunctional ED medicine. Evidently, from what I heard. Bro, I'm just saying it's a change of times, bro, and you gotta understand just because it don't work for you does not mean it's wrong for the people it works for. People got to get out there. It's kind of like freedom of speech. It don't matter if you agree with it or not. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech. If it's legal, prepaid is with that shit. I'm with all that shit. I will openly support polygamy. If they would allow people to have multiple wives, as long as you can take care of multiple wives, I'm with that shit. If you can take care of all 11 of your kids, Peter Guns, I'm with that shit. Have all the kids. I would like 5 kids. My wife ain't going for that shit. It is what it is. His game plan was better than mine. He figured I can't get 10 out of one woman. I'm gonna use 3 or 4 of them to get to the 10. The math is excellent. Hey, look, man. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And I'm gonna say being lost. You wanna look at me some fat women. Y'all be blessed.
Already, man. Appreciate the call, people. Straight up, you gotta do what you gotta do these days. That's funny the bitch though. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's some brand new shit. I remember trying to fuck with that folk, man. Look, that folk local is some different shit. I drank one of them hoes one time. Now you have a party with yourself on one of them bitches. You gon' man. I'm cool on that. You say with your 15-year-old comes home with a 30-year-old and she in love, oh, that nigga gonna just mysteriously disappear. She gonna be in mourning, you know. That love to mourning transition gonna be real quick, cause somehow she ain't gonna be able to find him after that first visit. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole different. I don't even want to know what motherfuckers. See, yeah, motherfuckers ain't doing that again. Like I said, yeah, the game has changed. Like as far as the things that the children are, because that being said, Tylenol threes, that brought back some motherfucking memories, babe. Shit. Man, what's the deal? It was just different shit going on, man. It was a fucking different thing going on. Oh, man, I'm telling you, let the little one get older. Try to, man, look. Oh, okay. What's your name again? All right, hey, man, real nice to meet you. Everything, that whole exchange is gonna be very kosher, and that'll be the last time anybody ever saw his motherfucking ass. Be like, oh yeah, look, hey, let me walk to the car, man, chop it up with you. And he gonna head on about his way, and I'm gonna have to run to the store real quick. Hey, I'll be right back, y'all. I gotta run to the store real quick. Be back about 2.5 hours later. Oh man, it was a long line at the self checkout. That's gonna be it. That's all we gonna say about that. But my thing is this, like, yeah, polygamy is a very interesting. That's something that's a card I've been holding in my pocket, because that's a topic that I've wanted to have. Because we've talked about old dens. I'm gonna bring back some old den conversations, especially going into the summertime. It's gonna be some things to talk about when things are a little bit slower. But it's definitely some alternative lifestyles outside of alphabet soup that we must discuss. You know what I'm saying? And now that we have a slightly larger crowd in the den, I think we'll get some very interesting perspectives on it. So I definitely would like to hear how that goes. You say you don't support none of it. You ain't fucking with none of that. You say 5 years is your max. Man, look, I'll tell you, I'll go older. And, but young, I can trend upwards. I can't trend downwards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, smashing one. But that's even smashing with me. Like, man, look, these young chicks, they crazy too. Just to get it from their mama. So how was that experience for you, Shannon? Because you said you were 19 and you were dating a 32-year-old. How did that work out for you? How did that experience play out for you? Let me find out that's the man with the hair plan. Let me find out that was the hairstylist. Man, I'm telling you, look. But then, right now, especially my age, you're in a very questionable position. Because let's be real, in this day and age, if you go over the age of 23 in this day and age, I don't need to see the statistics, but the likelihood, let's talk relationship. Let's not even talk, just smashing the dash or whatever you're doing with that. That's a whole different ball game. But if you're talking about a relationship, especially as a man, if you go anything over the age of 23, then you're talking about, children being involved and all that other stuff. So you have that to deal with. The older you get, the more likely. The percentage, I'm sure, decreased extremely. But even at this age, if you are trying to think long term, you do find an older woman who may not have that kid. You're dealing with a little bit of craziness too, because generally, if she does have that on her mind, and the biological clock is ticking like a time bomb, then she's gonna try to apply some pressure on you. You know what I'm saying? So it's very interesting. But who was already pregnant by the 30-year-old? Well, like I said, again, like you said too, it's just like, that was a good point. I saw somebody else mention, like, what kind of conversation do you have with someone, that much younger than you? So is it a person who is that much older who is entertained by younger cohorts, we'll call them? Are they generally less mature? Are they generally, kind of, well, I mean, immature would be the word, but are they more immature, do you think? Or do you think that it's a power play because they feel like they can have more control? Like you said, he was a narcissist. Like, what is it about a person who is older wanting to date someone who is younger? You know what I mean? Oh, I guess it would help if I put the number up. See, y'all gotta tell me when I be fucking up, man. Y'all gotta let me know when I be fucking up. Players fuck up. All right, I'm a player. I fuck up on a regular. 112. I'm a player. But y'all gotta let me know when I'm fucking up, man. So if I be forget to put the number up there, hey, y'all gotta put that up there. Man, look, what, Anthony? Good luck to you, my friend. Good luck to you. You gonna have to, man. Look, it's tough. It's tough. I'm telling you, it's very tough. What? Okay. So if anything ever happened to me, Anthony, what we go? If anything ever go wrong in my situation, which it won't, but look, you gonna have to send me the clues and the details. You know what I'm saying? Like where? What was that little shit they used to always do on the internet? Bitch, where? That's what I need to know. Bitches, where? Where are they at? No. You say, man, you're gonna deal with crazy from any woman, so you decide what type of crazy you're gonna deal with. Exactly. So pardon me if y'all picking up that lawn equipment in the background. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's like Where's Waldo? What you talking about? Now, I was excellent at the Where's Waldo, games and shit. Found all the little weird shit. And Waldo, I was cold with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Yeah, it is too. And again, you do have some good ones out there with one kid. Situations happen. You do have the ones who learn, after the one. I'm like, okay, some of these niggas ain't with it. But then you had them repeat offenders. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. It was a life sentence of 3, man. They running them hoes concurrent. Kenneth, if you would have been in here, I've said it like 15 times. So you figure it out. Well, my thing is this again. So when we're talking about the mentality of people who date younger, immaturity, is it a power play? Is it simply attraction? You know what I'm saying? That's because your ass ain't get up. That's why your ass need to be in school so you get up at a decent time. Go take your ass to summer school. Go learn something. Get some extra credits. Do something. Get ahead of the game, man. You know what I'm talking about? But I want to know from the fellas. I see a lot of ladies, so that's why I mentioned it earlier that I think that men are more likely, or at least more likely, to be open with it. You know what I'm saying? As far as entertaining the company of younger women, I think women feel like they might be judged. You know what I'm saying? But what about fellas? How many fellas have entertained the company of an older woman? Let's say. I don't know. Is 10 plus years too old, or should we go more than that? Because 10 years old, 10 years older. No, let's not say 10 years old. Fuck that. Because y'all, like, again, I got to be cautious. Y'all motherfuckers will be on some other shit. But 10 years older. If that's the case, I think I've entertained it. Let me word this right. Relationship wise, never. But, hanging out, consistent, friends with benefits or something like that, a few times. One hitter quitters, a few more times. But I think it goes the same way because I'm sitting here thinking about it. I told y'all about the situation, when I was like 16 and the chick who was, she was a little bit older, but she wasn't that much older. She was probably about 5-6 years older. Maybe a little bit older than that. But her whole thing was, I can train you and I can do just like, again, a power play. But little did she know I wasn't that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So Except believe older person gives young person for the sole purpose of control, insecure, and can't find someone close to their age range, hunting for low-hanging ripe fruit. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean that's the likelihood. Baker, man, that's just it is what it is, man. You say you've entertained the older, okay. Say I like older women more to talk about. Sex be good. They talk to you, respecting again. You get that regardless of age. Yeah, you got to just set that standard. I don't know, beyond. Sometimes that shit don't change, man. Sometimes that shit don't change. Sometimes they stay that way. And especially because it's promoted so much these days, and especially like some of you have these particular artists who encourage the behavior, and then when they go out, they do it, and they do this, and this, then this men ain't shit because they don't want, particular women who are doing that. So it's a double-edged sword. Double-edged swords. One crumb snatch. Damn, that's fucked up. That's super tough, man. That'd be fucked up. Look, you cross the son up on the court and go bust his mama up. It's a double-double. One crumb snatch. Yeah, I think that's my limit too. My thing too. Like I say, when I was back on the market, I was just like, man, I'm not trying to, I really wasn't trying to do it. Like I said, it was just the conversation was so good. The mentality was just right. The conversation was excellent. And the vibe was there, and any other flaws and kinks, we've worked those things out. So, I'm cool with all of that. But yeah, that was never on my mind. I figured I was going to be like, fuck it. I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, I would think the oldest was the neighbor. I don't know how old she was. I know she was old. She had to be in her 40s. She had a couple of little munchkins. But again, had a daughter in school with me. So, that's a whole different conversation. Potters was trying to smash on the daughter. I really wasn't trying to fuck with it. It was like on some old random shit too, like story time. But I was coming back from the corner store, and I'm walking back up steps, like literally like neighbor, like damn near next door. And I'm walking up, she popped her head out, hey, I need you to help me with something real quick. You don't mind, you know what I'm saying? Could you help me with something? And I'm like, I guess, what's up? She said, hey, come here, I need your help. And so she came and and she was straight to the point with it. My kids at school, not my kids at school, my kids are at the pool. They just left, so we got a little bit of time. So all she wanted was a quickie. And so I was like, well, fuck it, I'm on the spot. Why not? You know what I'm saying? She sucked the nigga up, got me right. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, she wasn't too bad with the head. I busted up real quick and went on about my business, you know what I'm saying? And the funny thing about it is because a couple of my partners was at the crib, he was on the game or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I was gone I had a little delayed absence. And it was like, damn, what took you so long? I was like, oh man, I was just talking to somebody at the stove. You know what I'm talking about? Like, but the shit was just, you'll be surprised. Again, I don't know if it's urges everybody I guess got urges or whatever else. But you'll be surprised. The thing about it is, you halfway flirt from time to time. I wasn't entertaining none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's when a nigga, like I said, I was in decent shape. And, it was just kind of whatever. And so I guess you just need just some young meat to get rejuvenated. So it is like that, it is what it is. Shout out to Ethel Jackson. There's gonna be some people who probably, subscribe and watch the other videos, some different type. They gonna fuck around and well, what is going on in here? This is not the channel I subscribe to. If y'all new to this, man, y'all gotta understand the deal. We're gonna talk about it, we're gonna keep it all the way real, man. This is life. I'm not trying to sugarcoat nothing for y'all. I'm not trying to paint a particular picture for y'all. This is social commentary from a realistic perspective, and just what's really going on in the world, man. And I'm saying, I'm an angel. I never do these things. You know what I'm saying? I never. Fuck that, man. Come on. Let's be real. If more people were real about their experiences and what they did in their life, I think the world would be a much better place instead of trying to fucking, cover it up with this, that, and the third. Let's just be realistic about what happens, and I think we could learn. You know what I'm saying? Well, exactly. Just being honest. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, I gave you. Oh yeah, look, you got a rent, so you can't fool nobody. You know what the fuck be going on in this bitch. So that ain't even no questions asked. You know what you signed up for. I'd say 32-year-old executive, 19, way more experience. So were you the only? I don't know if y'all talked about things like that, but were you the only younger chick that he was rocking with like that, or had he had, previous younger women? But shit, you can't say that nowadays. These young chicks, they be all ugly. They be watching all the shit grown men be watching. So they know all the new tricks and shit. You say, years ago, I entertained a woman 15 years older than me. She thought she could control me and teach me things. You tricked the hell out of her. That's how it be, man. Look, sometimes you gotta let them think they got the upper hand. They got the upper hand right until the point of execution. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You hit them with that Harlem Shake. That's my move. When she out there shaking and can't control, I like to step back and just admire my work. I don't know. It's the conqueror that I am. Look at you. Look at you. Can't even control yourself. Despicable. You disgust me. Nah, I ain't doing all that, but I do like to step back and admire my work and shit. Like, God damn, man, I'll tell you a motherfucker, man. Bet, y'all, man, what's on your call it in, man? What's on your mind, man? Let's look. Yeah, line open. Y'all afraid to call prepaid holder down. What's up with the rest of y'all? Look, I know some of y'all ladies have had some older experiences, or if you're an older lady and you've had some younger people, come on, let's keep it real. This is the motherfucking den. You know what I'm saying? Look, yeah, that is the thing, though. I think that's with older parties, period, that they feel like, well, I get somebody younger, I got more experience than them in life, and I can, do this, and this, and I can control. Man, look. Surprise, motherfucker. Hit with that Dexter shit. It ain't going down like that. Already. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, this is
morning. God damn it, this morning. Be all what's on your mind, baby.
I'm gonna give you some scenarios that I've been through and what I think about them. I was talking to this female. She had lived in my neighborhood for a while, and like she young. She like 17, whatever. And we used to go outside to the park and everything because I work at the pool in my neighborhood too. So she'll come up there, pool. I get in the gate and stuff like that, and like she'll be texting me and stuff. Then she'll, I guess she developed feelings for me or something, and like. The thing is, like, she know that I was gonna like kind of curve her ass, so she kind of put me in that. Oh, I see you like a brother and everything like that. And she always say that she'll look up to me and shit like that. And then on other occasions, like she'll chase me and shit, like all freaky and shit, talking about like she wanna fuck and all this type of shit. And the thing is with that, like, she wanna get into a relationship with me and all that type of shit. The thing is. What I see about that is I don't see how you could do that because I feel like that's kind of baggage weight when you think about it, getting into like a relationship with a younger person because like you're so much far ahead of the game. So it's basically you got to wait for them to catch up to you and stuff like that. So I got stuff going on. I'm in college and stuff. I'm about to move on up and then you still in high school and shit like. I gotta wait for you to go through this process and all that type of shit. And it's like I see it as a situation where like the younger girl, like she don't know no better. So like I can't take advantage of that. 'Cause, like even though she does know right from wrong, like she really still in that stupidity age, that mindset. So, it's easy for somebody to take advantage of her and shit like that. And it was a older lady too. I think I told you this like a long time ago. She was 29. I met her on my Instagram. She hit me with that, "Oh, you funny, I like your video," shit. so, um, so we texting this shit and all that, and we just talking on the phone, a little intellectual conversation and stuff like that. And she was like, "Oh, I really think you're a good person and everything like that." So I just started asking her random questions. I was like, "Oh, okay, what do you see? What do you want in a man and stuff like that?" And she's like, "Honestly, you." And I was like, I was like, "Oh shit." And then she was like, well, first I need a man with a 6-figure income and shit like that." I was like, "Bitch, I only got 225 in my bank account. What the hell?" And everything like that. And she kept trying to, put an exception out for me. She's like, "It's okay, I know you got things going on, and we know we can still, mess around until you come up, and we could capitalize off of that and stuff." I'm like, and she was telling me I see basically older women, they want like a provider and everything. Like she was kind of breaking that down to me and everything, and someone who like financially stable and shit like that. So she was telling me all this shit that was kind of, you know, levels that I haven't went up to yet. So I just hung up on that bitch. So I had to get up out of there.
Man, you gotta look it was the red flags like a motherfucker. Like, hold on, wait, yeah, you gotta escape the situation before you get in too deep, babe. That's wild.
Yeah.
I don't blame you, man. You gotta say, yeah, fuck that. Well, yeah, but that's the thing, though, man. And I think that's what something women seek, and I guess it ain't nothing wrong with it. We've talked about some things relating to that recently, but we ain't gonna go all the way deep off into that conversation. But yeah, I think it's very interesting. We talk about what women want compared to what men want, and that's interesting. Wait till you come up. Look, she saw them IG numbers. She just she gonna watch them keep climbing, and she gonna capitalize. She gonna put something on you, so she got you on hold till you ready.
Yeah.
That's wild. Okay. Any other situations you want to add to that?
That's about it. But y'all catch my video Saturday. Back in the day, Instagram, same name as my YouTube name, beyond_A_funny nigga.
Yeah, man, y'all check that shit out. I'm in anticipation because I already know that shit gonna be fire. Man, shout out to Beyond, man, and look, you gotta find your middle ground. To leave the young hoes alone. The old ones, they done been through too much shit. You still a young man. You got some experiences to have. Keep it within a 5-year range. Up above a 5-year range. The older they get, they what's the word? They not hurt. What's the word I'm looking for? They didn't have some experience with niggas that fucked them up, man. Try to get you someone that's still not too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They all crazy, but what did you get tolerate?
But all right.
But that's a bit beyond, man. I appreciate the call, man.
No.
All right. Shout out to Beyond, man. Yeah, look, if they talking too crazy, just hang up on them. Look, if you saying some shit you ain't trying to just hang up, man. My signal bad. I gotta be like D-Love, man. I got this T-Mobile service, man. Look, this shit ain't even working. I can't even talk to you. So you may need to talk to Young because you like for the D to work at any given time. And you love trap music, Young. Turn up. It's going down. Look, hey, what you mean? Them old men got it working nowadays. They got the what's that shit? What's that shit? Not the Viagra. What's the other shit that's supposed to have them ready at any time? They had a little nigga on the commercial in the tub and shit. Vivalis, Cialis. See, I'm talking about Vivalis. I'm mixing shit up Viagra and Cialis, Vivalis, and that shit sound dangerous. That shit probably fuck you up for real. Yeah, they got that Cialis so they can be ready anytime. You ain't got the little 4-hour window. You know what I'm saying? You you Gucci. Take almost around 43 perspective. Yeah, and I think when you deal with older women, especially if you're a little bit older as a man, depending on, I guess mentality is everything. I look at it like this, because you could date a chick, if she in her 20s, you talking about, oh, she don't want nothing serious, you know, you just want to fuck around. And if you putting it on her properly, those feelings will change probably sooner than later. I think in the 30 range that works too. But like you said, you know, you're talking about 40 plus. I think that she's, I don't want to say conditioned, but I don't. Again, every situation is different. But it would be more likely to be able to, you know what she wants. She ain't gonna get too caught up in all that shit. You know what I'm saying? What's the motherfucking deal? DeMarkey in the house, man. I should knock her ankles. Oh man. But you just gotta be careful, man, because you get too wild on one of the motor chicks. You knock a hip out of place, get all fucked up. You're gonna be out of commission for a couple of weeks. We'll have to hit the life alert on them. You know what I'm saying? So you expect some bullshit with these brothers don't want to hold bus load of it. Yeah, man, that's the thing, you know. That's the thing that we were speaking on. So generally, DeMarcus, you know, he's an age gapper. I don't know if y'all knew that. You know, he's definitely an age gapper. Probably not in the right direction, but I ain't gonna put him out there like that. Now that's bro lead with the young action. But you know, my thing is, kind of like with Black Free Page, it was all above board, man. Enjoy yourself. You know what I'm talking about? Enjoy yourself. I don't look at Mark. You started acting like birthday mod over there. Y'all gonna stop doing my boy prepaid bad, man. Hold on. Let's see how I can figure. Look, I gotta see if I can revive it from the dead, man. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know if it works. It won't. Look, see, that's the other thing. See, that's when you I don't know how that works. I don't even know what that means. I'm just clicking buttons because when you put somebody in timeout, you can't. I don't think you can. I don't know how you bring it back. So, shame on you, DeMarcus. You being an oppressor. But now, man. So my thing is this, though. Ultimately, is that it is peculiar. But if it's legal, do what you do. I don't have those worries because, again, like I said, I just don't see it. I'm not. Look, I need to see some. Let me see some experience in your face. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be looking too fresh. But I mean, you think everything is a certain way. You ain't had enough experience to realize life don't work the way you want it to. You be too damn young. They got that fucked up mentality. Shit, their parents might not have raised them right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you definitely don't want to deal with those kind of issues that come along with dealing with younger women. But I think younger dudes, women who deal with, I don't know, man, because it's some niggas especially, I guess, this modern generation, they fall in love and shit too, man. So, look, the older woman puts something on one of these young niggas, they don't know what to do. You know what I'm talking about? They don't know what to do. I had a older chick that I was fucking with when I was probably about 19. I think she was like 29, 30-ish, somewhere. I think she like turned 30 while I was fucking with her. Man, look, she had a few little tricks in the bag by the end of it all. Trust me, I don't think I turned her out, but I turned her back out. Because she was probably turned out young. She would tell me some little stories. I was like, okay, all right, okay. You know what I'm saying? And then So, but I don't do that now, such and such. I'm a mom now, so I don't, man, shit, okay. Well, wait, wait till it's your ex-husband custody weekend. We gonna see what you about. I'm gonna test you. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going to push the limits. Like, fucking with me is a bad idea. And I'm gonna just straight, like what I say. Look, I'm gonna push some limits. Like, you fuck with me for long enough, yeah, you gonna do some old off the wall shit that you probably gonna regret just cause. Kenneth, you don't know shit about shit. You still got like a little Similac in the corner. You might wipe that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all. This new generation is all, like I say, like Slim Thug said the other day. He was talking about the rappers. Like, the women are the players, and the fucking dudes is the ones all in love nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is, man. That's what it is. Well, kid, you be super simple. I've been trying to give you some game. You don't want to take the game. You know what I'm saying? You allergic to the game. You over there buying carnations and shit, tying shoes, buying apples and giving carnations, all that stuff. I'm trying to save you from the heartbreak. I'm trying to give you, help you. Usually you got to go through an apprenticeship before you get your player card. You know what I'm talking about? Right now you're not eligible, so I'm trying to help you out, man. I'm trying to get you on some game. You too busy in class having conversations with the questionable dude. So that's how you rocking, eh? But man, look, as I said, the mornings will be a little bit short. We probably rock for about another 10 minutes or so and see what's shaking. No telling. Heidi on weird time. Probably running the streets of London in some Tetris pants. Yeah, Heidi say she want an old man. She's gonna get an old man, finna get that SSI. He said it ain't on you, it's in you. You ain't born with it, you can learn it, but it can't be given to you. With great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, that's, man. See, that's what I'm saying. These stories have been happening for a long time, especially with these teachers. But niggas back then, they knew how to shut the fuck up. Niggas knew how to be quiet. Niggas used to, enjoy your blessings. Don't brag on them, just enjoy what you're getting. Now, these niggas fucking with teachers, they recording it, showing it to all their little lame ass friends. Then they fucking mad and fucking the friends be hating, and then they fucking gonna, the friend gonna be the one that rat about. How many of these little stories you heard? Well, a friend has, the friend sent this information. The friend has sent this or that, or, we were informed by, what? I'm telling you, I've been silence. Silence of the lambs, babe. Straight up, man. Said a morning clan meeting. Yeah, she taking minutes, taking your minutes for the meet. Man, yeah, this, yeah. Cause the market coming in, you talking about the new Drake song. Kenneth ain't even got a generation. Kenneth is a man with no generation. He just out of there. Kenneth is a lost soul, trying to find his way, But man, look, Kenneth like weird shit. There's no help for Kenneth. I've tried, you know what I'm saying, but it ain't no help for Kenneth. You know what I'm talking about. Oh shit, man. Yeah, that's your best bet, Kenneth, just to sit back and listen, man. Try to soak something up. That's all I can suggest for you. But what we've covered in the age gap range is that even though most of us say it's despicable, or most people are saying, it's despicable, this and this, it seems as though a lot of women have experienced it. A lot of women have dated older men in here. A lot of men have had a couple of experiences with older women. You know what I'm saying? So it's happening. You know, it's happening. And again, the context may be a little bit different depending on the situation, but it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. Me too. I ain't talking about a week or so. I hit him up the other day on some Xbox shit. Nigga, the majority of it was because this is what you got to understand. Back then, there were protocols that you had to go through to get your music on the radio. It wasn't even just to record music back then was a process. It wasn't no digital shit to where you could just record, fuck it up, record again, keep fucking it up. Like, you had to be making something decent or you had to enjoy wasting your money. You know what I'm saying? To make some music, to get some studio time. Because it was a process, you know. But these days, excuse me, niggas be recording on whatever they be fucking with. What's that shit? Pro Tools and all that other shit. And you can repeatedly fuck it up. And you tuning it and auto-tuning it and doing all this other shit. You know, y'all just be doing some anything. That shit be sounding like ass. Y'all put that shit out there and other niggas who hearing is dysfunctional think that shit be jamming. And y'all be out there vibing with that shit. Ain't no vibes to that shit. That shit is distortion in rhythm. Y'all call that shit some shit. Man, well, name some of that corny shit. Name some of that corny 90s shit, man, since you know it all. You weren't even around in the 90s, nigga. But again, you know, only one. What's the motherfucking deal? Okay. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den line this morning?
Oh, good morning. It's Rashida. What's up?
Miss Rashida, how you doing this morning? Did you get you a cup of coffee?
Huh?
I said, did you get you a cup of coffee?
No, I need one. Ooh, Lord. It's good. Lord.
What's on your mind? What's on your mind with this conversation about the age gap difference?
I just thought back to when I was 19 and my friend, boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, he was like 27. And I didn't really feel like he was trying to manipulate me or anything like that, you know, but I preferred older men, so it wasn't an issue for me.
So why'd you prefer older men? What was it about older men that caught your interest?
Well, I like the stability and the conversation and everything. But our issue was he wanted to be more serious. And I just, I was just starting out. I wanted to date, not like be dating everybody. And not nothing like that, but I just wanted to be kind of free. And, at that age, I guess he had probably done a lot of his running around. So he was looking more to settle down,
So
that's where I can see the incompatibility coming between people that are of different ages, because you're looking for different things sometimes. I mean, at 19, I wasn't looking to settle down and want to get married and start a family. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And, so that just wasn't going to work for me.
So what about now? Would you date an older man now?
I still do. I prefer older men.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, younger men, I feel like are just for play. You don't take that serious. So
Mm,
that's why I would consider a man dating a younger woman taking her serious. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion.
okay. So, is there a limit to how much older you would go? Say 10 years, 15, or is it just depend on the person themselves?
I don't like a lot of wrinkles, so we can't be all wrinkly down there.
Mm,
And, so I would just have to see how things, I'll have to see the landscape of everything. I'll put it
mm.
like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Gotta peep the landscape. Okay. Um, I didn't even know that was the thing. Okay, okay. So, have you ever really though entertained, maybe guys you're saying, but it's just always primarily been older?
For me, it's, I would say always older. I mean, I did do younger, but his mindset was just like I thought it would be young, talking about rims on his car and all that stuff. That just wasn't nothing that we just wasn't gonna be compatible. You know what I'm saying? Now he was okay for certain things, but like far as a relationship, no.
No, you're using that young man for his uh, endurance, his,
Something like that.
his
But at
youthfulness.
the same time, hey, it is what it is.
Mm, mm, mm. So I saw somebody mention earlier, that the older men have uh, plumbing issues sometimes. So
No,
is
I've
that?
never had that
Oh,
problem. The ones I've dated never had that problem.
okay, okay. They had that little blue pill
I
in their
I
back
guess
pocket.
I've been fortunate then. I'm not talking about nobody 60 and 70 years old.
Okay, okay. Hey man, look. They may come around. Them old school players, they still got it. Look, hey, they still trying to get some too. Um,
And as much weed as these younger men smoke, I see some of them looking for Viagra. So,
what the weed got
they,
to? What the weed
yeah.
got to do with it? What the weed got to do with it?
The weed slows down your uh the ability to maintain an erection. That's what.
I don't know. I need to see a scientific study on
Yeah,
that
that's what
situation.
they were telling me. That's what the young men wasn't telling me. I overheard their conversation and stuff. They talked about how they had to pop a pill, because they couldn't maintain that, but because they smoke. Well, they the ones attributed to smoking a lot of weed.
They say they smoking that
So,
fake weed.
huh?
I said they smoking that fake weed. That's what's fucking them up. That natural shit ain't doing
Oh,
that. No, I'm talking shit.
mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. So you say the young folks smoking too much weed. You ain't never ran into that issue. Um, so even
I
legally,
was not dropping the markers. They was having the conversation in front of me. If you don't want me to know something, don't talk in front of me. Period.
so here's my question. So, do you feel like even legally? I'm not saying about yourself in particular, just anybody. That there should be a limit. Say we're talking legal, so 18 plus. Do you think that there's a age range that is too old for say to be entertaining the company of an 18-year-old?
I think they should be at least 21.
I think at least 21. Okay, okay.
I mean, and I want to go back to the part about how we talk about how the older people did. This is not that generation. I mean, I feel like we've evolved actually, and we don't view 15-year-olds the same as they did back then. 15-year-olds back then was ready to get married, had kids, and everything like that. Can you imagine a 15-year-old, somebody that you know in your family, being ready for marriage and having kids?
No, No, can't
Exactly.
say
I
that.
can't. I was sitting here thinking. I was saying these teenagers that I know definitely not ready for nothing like that.
So, do you think that's what society pushes out to them, that it's a different mentality? Because it wasn't all the different avenues of entertainment. So basically, what the kids were listening to, what their parents were listening to back then, and the music and the television was pushing different messages. Even the television stuff, it promoted more, it catered more to the adults, and so the kids were kind of watching what the adults were doing. So you think that had an impact on it compared to
What
now?
I really believe, what I believe is that those 15-year-olds that started out early are grown now, and they don't want that same thing for their kids, so they're more protective of them. Because, like, even with your grandparents, if you ask them, do they think the 15, like when you was 15, if you was ready for this and that, they probably tell you no, that wasn't something that you should do. You know, I feel like the ones back then just didn't have that level of protection that the ones nowadays have.
Okay.
And
Oh,
we don't have to keep making something okay just because it was okay in the past. That's the part. That's a part of change and evolving and getting better as people.
okay. So do you think that people who end up having kids real young, or who get maybe married or involved in a relationship real young, that they feel like they're missing out on something?
Exactly, they had to because a lot of people that had kids young don't want that for their kids. But sometimes that's how it happens. It becomes a cycle. The mom had kids at 15, then the child they get 15 had kids, and it just keeps going on and on. And it's sometimes they keep a cycle of poverty going as well. Not always, but sometimes. So you get stuck in a dead end job at 15 because what can you really do?
Shit, be an Instagram model.
Then grandma be on welfare, mama be on welfare, daughter, then the kids come be on welfare. So generational welfare. So,
Man, oh, I know somebody wanted to bring up, this is kind of a little bit off topic, but did you see that folks were upset with Shad Moss, aka Lil Bow Wow, because he was
hmm
talking about the Instagram models not having any money, and he kind
They
of,
said something about what?
excuse me, it was that Lil Bow Wow, folks was mad at him because he was talking about how these Instagram models don't have any money. Because he was talking about how much it really costs to go, to Dubai and to go all these places. But he's like, shit. But
hmm
when I rock with y'all need me to pay for an Uber so you can get back to wherever you're going. So I'm supposed to believe that you finna spend, 15,000 to go over here on your own, or go here and there on your own. And that's just basic expenses, flight and hotel and all that other shit. But they was mad at him basically
hmm
for exposing the game, because he was just telling me, like, these are the sugar daddies that's doing it, not these women, especially paying for these surgeries and all this stuff. He's like, 'cause they can't really afford all that, but they make it seem like they doing it on their own dime, when in reality, they out there, they out there getting booked.
Mm. Well, yeah, I can see his point, but at the same time, who is Lil Bow Wow anymore? He's not even relevant. So I don't know.
Mm. Why about that man? So, but it's because he's no longer relevant. He don't have a legitimate opinion.
Well,
And just discounted my man Bow Wow. Damn, I can't believe it. Nah.
I mean, I ain't say I didn't like him or nothing, but I don't know that if I do like him that much. I mean, he seemed kind of strange. I'll put it like that.
Oh man, I can't blame you. When you a kid, celebrity, I think you just gonna automatically be weird.
Yeah,
I think this is how
I
it
think
works.
he, I think he also had too much money too soon when he was young, and I think I don't know if he lived in reality or what.
Yeah, I mean,
Grew up too fast. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of time money attracts people that probably not good for you. Because if you notice, a lot of those young celebrities are allowed to do things that people their age wouldn't be allowed to do. Like I'm sure he was in the clubs early, probably started drinking early,
Yeah.
women, grown ass women trying to holler at him, things like that.
Uh, I just seen the screenshot you sent. So okay, I need to look into that. But that's very interesting. Very interesting policy. So you think you just kind of grew up a little bit too early, and you kind of peaked, and that's about it. But where was he? Wasn't he from like Cleveland or some shit, and then was claiming
Well, I
Atlanta or
think
some
the,
shit?
the mentality, the mentality of the men nowadays is more so seeing women as independent. So they don't see themselves as having to provide as much as I would say men from the past. They don't want to be sugar daddies.
Are they wrong for that?
Well, that's a personal choice. You know what I'm saying? But you also can't be mad at a woman that don't want to be bothered with you because you ain't putting out no money if that's what she interested in.
Mm, that's tough. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
So,
Interesting.
yeah. I mean, but like younger women, that's trying to date a celebrity that's cheap, that's not something that she gonna really be rocking with. You know what I'm saying? If that's what she looking for, a come up. She ain't looking for no come down. Because you can get sex anywhere. Her goal probably is to you know level up, not level down.
So,
And some of the mentality of these men is that they can just provide sex. Um,
but my thing is
no,
this. But why should she be looking to use a man for his celebrity or his clout or whatever it is to come up? Why can't she build her own come up and actually be having a decent relationship for the sake of having a real relationship?
that's a shortcut to money. So it is what it is. But at the same time, you can't entertain somebody that don't want to be entertained. You don't have to. You don't have to bother with her. Cause if that's her goal, she not trying to have that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say like she trying to bait you into a relationship, this and that. Cause I mean, you can get a vibe from a woman what she about, and if you can't tune into her vibe, then that's on you.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really, no gold diggers like that. But I can't see them as being hiding that they a gold digger.
Yeah.
Because they definitely gonna be talking about money from jump, probably. They not trying to trick you. Oh, I love you. I want to have a relationship with you. No, they probably talking about when we going out, when you gonna take me shopping, when you gonna do this, when you gonna do that. You know where she coming from, and if she out there showing all her assets and everything, what you think she showing them for?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I know where she coming from. I know where she going too.
And people also have reputation. So you already know before you got with her what her reputation was. She was started biting out here, looking for a come up. That shit don't be no surprise. So I hate when people say, "Oh, she this and she that," like she hid the shit. She ain't had shit. You are not a victim. The same way she gonna expect you to put out the money or whatever. She know what she got to put out.
So, if a man is willing to put out the money for what she wants,
Hmm.
so does that automatically mean that she needs to be putting out for what he wants?
Well, I don't see no point in putting out no money if you ain't getting nothing from it.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you laying out tens of thousands and you ain't reaping no benefits, then you a sucker.
No, that's true. That is true. Uh, look, I'm trying to get, me, the way I look at it is like, you ever go to the grocery store on the weekends and they have like the little lady, she'll be behind a little stand. They got the little pop up stand, or sometimes they got like the little
Mhm.
table right there and they got the little samples, that you can check it out.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get the sample. I ain't trying to pay for nothing. Let me just get the sample. You know what I'm saying? I'll see if I like it or not. And then if I rock with it, we'll see. I might come back when it's on sale or something. You know what I mean? Uh, but nah.
But
Um,
see, you not in that age range to where a woman would expect you to have to put out money. See, the problem is a lot of these older men think they still got it, and it's time for you to start putting out that money. If you want to attract a younger woman, you can't be old, cheap, and think you gonna come up on a beautiful young woman. What you think she want with you if you ain't doing nothing for her?
she,
Her
she,
hair, nails, clothes, all, don't none of that do itself. You
mm,
know.
what I do is, look, I buy the little kit. She can do her own nails, like save some money. You can do your own nails. Get you one of them little hair dryers for the house. Hey, I go buy your what is that? PC, not PCB. What's that? What's the little perm just for kids, just for me?
Mhm.
I get her just for me. I get a little home nail kit. You know what I'm talking about? She can just do all that stuff,
Now,
save some money. She gonna be Gucci.
but see, if you was older, that shit would not work.
mm,
You would be blocked and deleted.
mm. Nah, yeah, I always feel like I can get around the block, but the lead is final. That's tough. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's a thing. But but it seems like that's the
I mean,
mentality though.
I had to straight up tell my friend, 'cause he like 50 something, and he's still in that mentality to where he feel like he can just provide the dangling and not necessarily do anything extra for whatever woman he's with. And I tried to explain to him that's why you still single,
Mm,
'cause you cheap.
mm, that's tough, man.
Don't nobody want that old wrinkled up thing if you ain't doing nothing extra for them. I mean, they got feelings too. They got to look at that. They need compensation.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's
No,
that's
that's the truth.
that's tough, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a whew. That's tough, man. That's whoo. I see,
What's
I
tough
see, I
about
see,
it? That's reality.
I see the ladies in there agreeing with you. Man. Shame on all of y'all. It's uh, uh, they said a recession coming. You got to start thinking ahead. We're trying to save these ducats. But
Hmm.
nah, I mean, I guess you got to do what you got to do. But
And I'm just saying, at some point, you got to hang that player card up and pick up that sugar daddy card. Period.
mm,
So
mm,
it is what it is.
I don't know, man. The player card don't ever look. You can, you can suspend your membership with the player card, but it don't ever expire. You might not have paid your dues that year, but when you get caught up on your player fees, your player card be back intact. You just gotta, it don't ever expire. I don't need the trick card. And that compensation card is tough. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean,
It's the
especially.
same thing. It's the same thing with women. At a certain age, you're not gonna be able to pull that man, um, uh, you know, just based off your looks or whatever. I mean, people go through phases. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Mm, yeah, folks going through things, wrinkle things. That's tough. Man.
That's why you got to be selective with who you choose to date and mingle with when you're young and in your prime.
I don't know, man. It's these all these things I'm hearing are hurting my feelings. I just don't know how to handle this information. But obviously, it's going on because we see
Did
it.
you
But
write it down?
yeah, I'm jotting it down. I'm taking notes.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna go back and study the notes, and I'm gonna shed a little bit of a tear because I'm upset. But so, but do you think that these IG women folk need to be honest about what they doing? You know, if they know they getting it, instead of trying to play like they are really getting it in because they inspiring these other young girls, they think that these women are really living high quality lifestyles when in reality they are basically international hooking, or they really not getting nothing out of it. They getting a little bag, or they ain't got no money to put in the bag, or they go get some, get a little surgery, a little work here, work there. But in reality, they not really doing much for themselves. They may, look good for now, but it ain't really doing nothing.
If let me tell you something. If you Instagram model, you got a nice body, you pretty, you beautiful, everything. If you only getting material things from a man, you are what I consider stupid.
No, it's a
You
lot of.
need to be making that money, putting that shit in a bank. All that, what you call it, material shit that he give you, that shit is nothing because you're gonna end up having to sell it when he leave your ass. You need to be stacking, nah, baby, I don't want no purse. Give me this, give me that, blah blah blah. That's how you operate. So you can put yourself in a position to where you don't have to use your body or whatever. You should have some other goal beyond just being a thought. You can't be a thought all your life.
Man, some of them think they can, man. They
No, that's their mentality though.
but that's the thing. And so, but even some of them think they
Then
getting the money,
you end
but then
up
they going to spend it
you end
on the
up
bag.
but those are people that the girls end up back at their mama house on her couch wearing they Gucci flip flops and her Gucci bags sitting there. When you got enough money right there alone to where you could have put that in the bank and started college or, do something with yourself.
Yeah,
You
but
got to use what you got while you got it.
I don't even know if they realize when a decline starts to happen, or because I mean, look at people who have made a
A,
career off
a
of this,
lot of
like
times,
China.
a lot of times, let's be honest. If you get a rich man, whatever, that shit ain't gonna last because he gonna be on to the next one. He get sick of you.
But they think that, but this is the thing that you get with a lot of women, especially ones who feel like they're this next level attractive, when generally they don't realize you just a sex toy for a lot of these rich
That's the
dudes.
youth. That's that young mentality. That's what I'm talking about. I don't see nothing wrong with you using what you got to get what you need, long as you safe and everything. But let that be only like a stepping stone to something better. Don't let that be your end goal to have a closet full of purses or shoes and all that shit, and then you ain't got nowhere to put your shit because you can't afford to pay no rent or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Homeless, but you got $20,000 worth of purses and shoes. That shit is ridiculous.
But see, they do
And
that.
I wouldn't even let you stay with me.
Yeah, but they do that to stun on like other women because niggas don't care about them purses. Niggas don't give a fuck about
Exactly. That's
none of
what I'm
that
saying.
shit.
They willing to provide you with things. Seeking will they provide you with some money? Because they not interested in you really coming up.
But the thing is, so
So he
but
can
it,
buy you a $1,800 pair of flip flops, but he can't give you $1,000. That's because he knows that material shit ain't worth nothing. I mean, it's worth something, but in the long run, it ain't. It ain't gonna be worth shit. He not interested in your come up, really.
but that's the thing though, because if you give them the money though, they still gonna go buy it on something else. To a lot of these
No, they
motherfuckers,
ain't supposed to buy. They supposed to save it.
but
Go
they
to Walmart
but they
and get
ain't.
you some $2
Well,
flip
you,
flops
you
and
you
pay
know
them.
they not gonna get on the IG with the Walmart bikini. You know that ain't gonna be right. They gotta let them know. Look, I'm a high class heifer. Even though I ain't got nothing to my name, but some fabric. They got to start on because it's an IG thought competition. I got to be.
But that shit depreciate after a while. Like Prepaid said, that 5,000 bags she sold for 1,500. That's what I'm saying. It don't make sense.
But obviously it's working because it's a lot of women out there accepting it, and so I don't know.
Well,
They got to change. If they're gonna play the
they
game. They
all
got to change the
stupid
mentality.
too. They
See,
all dumb too.
but see,
And as long as they can tell to be dumb. They always be out there trying to show their assets instead of having their own business or doing something better with their life.
But that's what I'm saying. See, that's why pimps are
If
necessary. People
if
always wonder
your
why
daughter
pimps is necessary.
if
That's
your
why.
daughter has Instagram models as a role model, then that's something you didn't do right. But they shouldn't be role models for nobody anyway.
They have to be a paymaster. Oh, good grief. That's tough. Ah, these things I'm hearing. Look. I don't know. I don't know. See, what I'm gonna do if I get
No,
too old?
these men know what they doing because as long as they just buying gifts and not giving you no money, they do keep you around because you really ain't got shit.
Tell her if I gotta get that
It ain't
old, I
like
gotta
you to
start playing
take.
that
It ain't
game.
like you to take that bag and give it to your landlord and say, here's my rent for this month. He don't want that damn bag. He want his money.
He gonna be like, yeah, he gonna open that bitch up. Where the money at? I thought there was some money in this
Exactly. You got some money in this damn
bag.
purse. Right. He's gonna be like, open that damn purse and give me my money. He don't want that shit.
Straight up. But I'm telling you, I see this. I'm gonna change the game up. See, if I ever have to be older in that position, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go international with the promise of a green card, and they never fulfill that promise. You know, I'm saying, look, I got you, baby. You come fuck with me for a little bit. I got this green card action for you. We're gonna get you that visa. We're gonna get you everything you need. And then when she get to acting up,
Hmm.
I'm shipping her ass right back overseas. I ain't even gotta worry about it. I ain't gotta worry about no bullshit. I ain't gotta worry about
Exactly.
nothing. That's funny. But see, this is what I'm saying though. But this is why, except for female pimp, but this is why pimps are necessary. Because when you let these tricks, you let these thoughts, these hoes just go out on their own, they're not gonna secure the right type of payment. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the money. All that other
Hmm.
shit funny. And so they worried about the look and the feel and all that other stuff, the image, but they're not building a foundation. Like you said, they're not getting the money and they're not putting it in the right place to whenever they expire and they
Because
can't
that's
do those
all they
things anymore.
have. They don't have nothing to think with. That's all they got is their image. They ain't got no brain up in there. That's obvious because a person with a brain, you messing with a baller. You supposed to get some of that money. He should be breaking you off.
Yeah.
Come on now. Not no damn gift. Not want no gift. What the hell is a gift? Give me some stocks and some bonds.
Mm.
Shit. What the hell? See, these women don't be thinking. That's why they be messing with because they lead a relationship with a bunch of gifts. What the hell kind of bullshit is that? You don't waste all your good coochie. I mean, hopefully it was good. I don't even know why I just said that. But anyway, I
I
mean, you
mean,
let
it's
that
just,
man beat your walls down, and then you gonna end up with a bunch of gifts, and you got to go move in with your mama or your dad. Come on now.
hey, I mean, but you weren't lying, and hopefully it was good. But if you didn't let him, bust you out, and you ain't got to say, look, you're gonna have to look. You didn't have got the butt surgery and the breast surgery. You're gonna have to go in and try to get that tightening surgery, or what they said, vinegar and
Exactly.
water. You're gonna take that vinegar water bath.
Exactly. You got to go have that. They got that vaginal rejuvenation and shit and
Mm,
steam clear. You got to go get your shit back right and tight
mm,
because you done let him tear your walls down. Now you trying to move on to the next one. He don't want to be like he messing in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much for
mm,
you not to come out with something better than a bunch of gifts. That's all I'm saying.
mm. That's tough. Look, yeah, go get that surgery. You know what I'm saying?
He needs
I'm
to
gonna
put
fuck the
you
surgery
on,
right
put
back
you
up.
on. Now, he needs to finance you a business, something. He needs to be looking for open you a 401k. Something. He needs to be doing something for your future. If you gonna sit up there and just let him use you and beat your walls down, that's all I'm saying.
It sounds like an
That's why.
unfair
That's why
exchange.
these. That's where these young women go wrong at. All that gift posing with your gifts on Instagram and shit, that ain't shit. You gonna be looking back at the pictures because you gonna have to sell that shit. If you ain't tried to, start nothing for yourself, you think you gonna live your life with him and his money? He gonna be on to the next young one because it's always gonna be somebody else coming up.
Right. You gonna be in there thinking you got it good. He gonna be scrolling on
Right.
Instagram. He
After
gonna see
your
that new video.
15 minutes up, it's time for the next one. For her
How,
15.
so how does the Instagram hoe know, her time is up? Does she like follow the sugar daddy on Instagram when he start liking them other pictures? That's the countdown. Like shit, this nigga ain't even liking my pictures no more. I'm right over here with him. He liking this new bitch picture. Shit, is it a rap
Now,
thing?
I don't know shit about no Instagram too much. I don't even be on Instagram, so I don't really know. But you should just assume you got 15 minutes and make the best of your 15 minutes. That's all I can say.
That's tough, man. That is a tough situation. Whew.
Yeah, it is.
But do you think a woman who has that kind of mentality can manage a business? I mean, if she's more worried about flossing and flexing for the gram, she's more worried about attention. Is she really gonna want to lay down the groundwork that it takes to run a successful business? Because it's not easy. You think she's gonna really want to do that, or is she gonna continue wanting to get it the easy way?
I don't care if she don't want to run a business. She don't have to run no business. She can just get her some stocks and some bonds. She can just go back to school, do something. Don't be lazy. You know what I'm saying? Be trying to do some kind of grind or hustle. Get involved. See if you can get you some movies or some modeling or something. Get on TV, whatever. Get your show. Do something.
Mm. That's tough. That's tough, man.
I mean, if you're gonna chase clout, you might as well get it all and make something profit from it. What you putting yourself out there to end up in the long run with nothing? Where do these side bites go at the end of the day after they 15 minutes of fame? Or
Vivid
probably to
video.
the thought cemetery, Instagram cemetery. Cause I mean, what else they gonna do?
Look. Vivid is always hiring. Uh,
Exactly. They have to
West Coast
go work in
Productions.
Walmart and McDonald's and shit. But you
So,
was just prancing around with somebody that could have helped your future and your career.
mm,
There should always be an end goal.
mm, mm. That's tough.
But you would think they would see enough of the other Instagram models what happened to them that they would know that they need to be doing something better. That's all I'm saying.
Mm.
I don't have no problem with clout chasers and people that's trying to come up and do this and that, but make something out of it. That's all I'm saying.
That's tough. Whew, that's tough, man. Coochie for the come up,
Why you
huh?
keep saying that tough? That ain't tough. That's reality. I
That's
mean,
tough. I mean, for some folks, I believe it is. One, like I said, I'm not even in that field, so I'm just a casual observer. I'm out of the game, so I ain't with none of that nonsense. But I'm just thinking, if I had to, I just couldn't see myself doing it. If I still had, I couldn't do it. I don't see myself participating in those shenanigans. I'm gonna win, but I'm not gonna participate in those
mhm,
shenanigans. But I guess some people gotta do what they gotta do. Some people sometimes it's easier to do it that way. So I mean,
mhm.
what they say? You pay a prostitute to leave. You don't pay her for sex. You pay her to leave. That's the saying. So
Look. Let me tell the women something. You only get one coochie, and and you got to make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to let no man tear your walls down, and then the man you end up with got to be swimming in the ocean. You got to protect that. You know what I'm saying? For that man that you're gonna have spend most of your life with. Why just give it to people and you ain't getting nothing from it? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
yeah, that's
I
tough.
know that might not sound right, but you know how I am. I just say what I feel, and that's how I feel.
Man, fellas, wouldn't it be terrible that if we had like a similar situation, like women, like because you get your walls bust down, they ain't no good. But like, what if niggas? What if every time you smashed a chick, you lost just a little bit? It wouldn't be noticeable. You know what I'm saying? But you lost just a little bit of what you worked
Oh
with.
Lord, have
What that
mercy.
would be. I'm glad to be a man because it does not work like that, and that's
Exactly.
amazing. Because it would be tough. Like if you just lost some quality of your genitalia by overdoing it, that would just be a terrible, terrible situation. Thank goodness. Hey, it's good to
But
be
see,
a
some
man.
of these women, some of these young thought bots, they had a coochie of a 50 or 60 year old, and they be 30. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying?
mm,
It's just done and through. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
Don't nobody want that at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's why I say that's why I need the sample because you can't be out there paying and then it ain't what it is. You going, I'm thinking I'm finna, get that
That's
nice
right.
glove
That's
fit.
what I'm talking about. Women, you got to make the best of your coochies because you only get one. That's all I'm saying.
So here's my deal though. Well, like I say, if you go, I want the glove love. It's supposed to be fitting snug. I end up diving down and falling into the deep end of the pool. I'm disappointed. But so that's why I say that's why you got to get the sampler first. You got to be like, I got to see what you're working with. Because if it ain't right and tight, then
Exactly.
what that mouth do. I need to know something. You got to have some type of superior skill set other than just looking good. That don't count.
Yeah,
You can look good and be
exactly.
a dead fish. That don't work. I don't
Yeah,
give a fuck
that's
about none of
true.
that shit.
That's
So
true too.
you know, I need to know what happens. I need to know what's going on. Uh, but it is what it is.
Hmm.
You know, you got another hoe. Look, one of them hoes is dirty. And then when you talk about additional stuff, one of them is risque, and then the other one is kind of I won't say it's hit or miss because some women know how to do exceptional things, which is great, but
Hmm.
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if I can't get the sample, I need another example. You know what I mean? I can't. 'Cause like I say, I didn't put a down payment on a trip to Dubai or whatever. Look, I didn't sit up put a
Hmm.
down payment on a flight to Houston, and she get up in this motherfucker, and I'm just like, what is this? What is going on here? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'd be highly upset. Like I'd have to ask for a refund. I need my money back. Something, we gotta figure something. We gotta figure something out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'll be highly upset, man. I'll be upset. Sign,
Hmm.
we can't go into science, miss. Motherfuckers trying to say science, saying that yeah, we had a trans conversation yesterday. We ain't even gonna dive back into that. We just gonna leave it alone. But yeah, you know how that goes.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got exactly prepaid. You got to test drive. Man, look, how can I sign this contract, or how can I commit to this, and I don't know what I'm really getting. You know what I'm saying? This could be a kit. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm getting
Hmm.
a Lambo or something. It's just this a kit. This ain't even a real thing. You know what I'm saying? You done duped me. I seen them motherfuckers turn what was that car? I want to say it was like a Cougar or something like that. What was that? It was like a Mercury Cougar or
Hmm.
some shit like that. They turned that bitch into a Bugatti. You know what I'm saying? With the kid on that shit. So that shit fraudulent. That whole going 60 miles an hour, but you think you got you a sports car. You know what I'm saying? You got you a family sedan or some shit. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So, I need to know what we working with. You got to do it like the dope. First one free. You know what I'm saying? But see, I'm not a customer for a hooker anyway, so it don't matter. She go see me when I'm coming. I'm finna be with the nonsense off the rip. She like, nah, you ain't one of them. Let's just keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna have to pull something uh, with a different method.
Man, we
I
can
want to say
turn
I
this
believe.
this conversation all the way to the left now.
You
Lord
know,
have
you
mercy.
you know how that go. You know how the end go. Especially when we start. Once we've been in here for a minute, it's got to get a little off track. But that's how I say. That's always a good conversation, nonetheless, though.
Mm-mm.
But yeah. So anything else, Miss Rashida, you would like to add? What else is on your mind?
No, no, not really. I think I covered everything I called in to say.
Okay. Already. Well, I guess we can get ready to wind down. Went a little over two. I know they got a half day of school today, so I gotta make sure
Oh, okay.
the little one. I gotta find a bunch of slave labor for her to do. Um, you
Let that baby rest. Don't
man,
be trying
it's
to find no work for her to
a
do.
half day. They ain't even done nothing like the last 2 weeks of school. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you gotta work. Look, the grind don't stop. Look, I got workbooks and all that shit for us. So look, you ain't done no work in about 2 weeks. We finna double up on the lessons today. And
I know she goes to her friend's house. That's not right. Be trying to make that baby work around the house. She supposed to be enjoying herself.
friends? What are those? I ain't got no friends around this
Uh,
kid. Nah, but we gotta find some
Take
tools.
that baby to the park and out for some ice cream. Don't be trying to bring her back home to do no work.
That little girl is spoiled. She get everything she wants.
Good. That's good.
A little
That's
bit of
great.
work, a
She's
little work
supposed
ain't
to be
gonna hurt.
spoiled. She's a little princess. She's supposed to be spoiled.
You gotta do some work sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand.
No,
that.
she don't. No, she don't.
You gotta put in work. You got to. Everything ain't
Where the
nothing.
dog at? Where's Scotty at?
That nigga probably laid up in somebody's bed, fucking sleep. That nigga lazy. I put a little picture up.
Don't you take him to the dog park?
Nah, I don't do that with Scotty. Scotty lazy. I take Scotty stroller sometimes. We'll go for a little walk around or whatever, but I ain't take him to the dog park. Scotty is like weird. He kind of antisocial with other dogs, but then with most dogs he don't want to fool with. But then we took him when she had a soccer game a couple of weeks ago because people be bringing their dogs out there. I took him out there. He started, and he like when I say Scotty doesn't bark, I'm like all bullshit to the side. I've had Scotty for a few years. I may, and I'm being generous, may have heard this dog bark. Maybe.
Hey, y'all don't be in the
10
chat
times.
talking about Scotty,
You know what I'm saying?
especially the Marcus. You lucky you got that rent because I was ready to time you. You don't talk about Scotty like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like he may have barked 10 times in total that I've heard it. But this little nigga, we took him to the little soccer game. He was chilling, you know. He was getting all kind of attention. People, can I pet your dog? Yeah, he pet that little nosy motherfucker. He loved all that little attention. Then some other little dogs about his size pulled up. It was a black one and a gray one. He started barking at him. I think he a little bit racist, you know. But I don't know because half the time he don't be wanting to fool with no other dogs. That's when we be around the apartments and shit. You know, we go walking and stroll the dog. We try to check him out. That nigga be standoffish. So, you know.
Yeah, man, I agree with everything you just said about a clothing line that show a man print. I'm always
Where did that come from?
somebody come out with it.
What is y'all talking about?
Look, we ain't got time to waste just like y'all don't have time to waste.
That's a bit disappointing. What? Y'all already see what was the Fashion Nova blow up because they had some gray sweatpants or something. All the women was talking about, nah, my man can't wear that. You do this, and this. So there y'all go. Y'all got to go to Fashion Nova. Y'all got your shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, but here's the deal, though.
The market, you can go get whoever you want. You know I ain't scared of nobody in the den. Go get Broderick. Go get Jay Dizzle. Go get whoever. I'm ready.
$16 million.
Well, I'm finna get off of here. If they got an issue, they can hit my inbox. Period. You know I don't play.
That's tough. But here's the thing, man. But here's the deal, though. But you know what I'm saying? What if I'm bringing better to the table? That's what I'm saying. So, you know, I got to entertain all this, but I'm the one putting you to bed, and I'm just like, well, what's next? I guess I'll go, you know, get on the Xbox, or I'll go do something else, because, you know, I mean, it's, you know, it's like, well, how am I winning in this situation? If you're not doing nothing, that's just making me like, oh, well, you know, hey, that's something special.
Kenneth, why you worried about how I got mine so quick? You don't know how long I've been in here, man. Your business. That's why you get timed out like every single day. You all in somebody's business. It's my business.
You don't even be here.
Not yours.
Go do some homework, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all right. Yeah, but you know, as far as the clothing line, can't help y'all with that. Maybe help y'all get that problem figured out. But I don't know. You say men do when they
okay, I'm gonna time Kenneth out. I don't like that comment. No, I'm just playing. I ain't gonna mess with you, Kenneth.
Man, fuck Kenneth.
You on that bullshit though.
Yeah, Kenneth stay on that bullshit. Kenneth need to be timed like once a stream. That's just how it works. Like it's, I think he lives for that. Well, there you go.
No, I actually like Kenneth. He's funny to me.
Kenneth's all right. Get on my damn nerves. I told him I'm slapping one.
Man, DeMarcus, why you do my boy Ken like that? You would.
Man, look, But Simp and
The
Ken know what the
Marcus ain't
deal
about
is.
shit. I'm telling you. The Marcus ain't about shit. I'm telling you.
Man, man. Oh man, that's tough, man.
Yes, mean I don't believe in going Dutch on no date. If you ask a woman out, you need to pay, and if she asks you out, he still need to pay.
What?
Period.
Oh, what? So if she asks you out, that he needs to pay. Oh, I'm gonna have to disagree to disagree on that one. I can't even agree to disagree. I gotta disagree to disagree on that one. You know.
Man, I ain't paying for no grown ass man meal. Is he
But
crazy?
if you ask him out, he
I
still
don't
gotta
give
pay.
a shit what I ask him. He better bring his wallet, or you gonna dine and dash or something.
Mm, mm, mm,
I ain't paying for shit.
This is extremely tough.
Before the drinks come at the end or the dessert come, I'm a dip. Shit, I ain't with that shit.
See this standard that me and we have to do. See, y'all see what's going on. Tough. So if she asks you out, you still
No,
got.
these women got to start letting these men be men. You go out with a woman, you pay. Period. What she look like paying for your meal?
If she asking for the date,
That's bullshit.
if she asking for the
You
date,
ain't
you
her.
know.
You not her man or nothing. It's a date. You pay. Period.
Man, look, Jay, if you asking me,
And then some of
you
y'all,
gotta
some of
pay the
y'all
fee.
petty ass men, some of y'all petty ass men try to wait for the woman to ask y'all out because y'all cheap as hell and don't want to pay because you think, oh, if she asks me, then she got to pay. Surprise, surprise. I ain't paying for shit. Period.
Man, look, look, it's gonna be some way you gonna pay. Look, if you asking,
I'm not gonna pay for nothing.
hey, look,
No.
it's gonna be some kind of paying going on. You know what I'm saying? Look, it may not be what you think it's gonna be, but somebody gonna have to pay that fee. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gonna pay. Period.
So, you know what? I'm gonna save this conversation. I think we have tonight's den topic. I think we definitely have tonight's den topic because it is going to be very interesting this evening. So, we definitely gonna make it. We gonna make it shake. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you say you had to go get the little one, so y'all, we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
This start getting interesting now.
Yeah, I got. Well, we gonna continue this conversation later on tonight because I have a
Yeah, this is
angle
a
I want
good
to talk about.
conversation for tonight because there's a lot of bullshit to think a woman supposed to pay for your meal. That y'all better stop put y'all wallets back in y'all purse. Shit, don't pay for these grown ass men no meal. The hell wrong with them?
Damn. So I gotta pay. I gotta lay the pipe. I gotta
Kenny, don't worry
provide.
about how long I've been on the line. Now I did say I liked you at first, but you can quickly get in the unlike category now. So let's keep it cool.
Family down, man. Appreciate you subscribing. Yeah, it's coming. Dun, dun. I'm just waiting. I'm just gonna sit back and smile. All you got to do now for me is smile. But yeah, I mean, you know, so the men got to handle the triple. I got to lay the pipe. I got to pay, and I got to provide. That's tough, man. You know that's what.
What
So
you say, Kenny? I can't hear you. What was that? I ain't see what you said. What? Oh, okay.
out of all these things that the man is expected to do, I'm gonna ask this one last one. So what is the woman really bringing to the table? The man got to do all that. What is the woman bringing to the table?
The table. That's what she brings. She bring the table.
Mm, mm, mm. I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that. But we go, like I said, we're gonna continue this conversation. Like, let me go ahead and get prepared to go get this little one acclimated to all this slave labor she about to do. But we gonna have a good conversation tonight. I think this is set the tone for a very good conversation tonight. So make sure y'all tune in tonight. Anything else you want to add, Miss Rashida?
No, that's it.
All right. You know, as always, I appreciate you calling in and thank you for your opinions and your thoughts.
Okay, then. Take care.
All right, you too. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye bye.
All right. Oh yeah, and thank you for timing out Kenneth. So there's that too. Uh, So okay, and I'm gonna make this. You say so. She brings what she is attracted to, right? What he is attracted to. Attraction fades over time. So if that's the case, so if she no longer has that, it's okay for him to go cheat, then, right? It's okay for him to, if he's still providing and doing all this, so it's okay for him to go out and find something else he's attracted to. If that wears out, if that's the case, or is he supposed to still keep providing if she's no longer maintaining that level of attraction? I'm curious to know. You know, we gonna talk about it tonight, man. We gonna have a good session tonight. We gonna have a very good conversation. We gonna talk relations. I think we got to have a good relationship conversation once or twice a week, because I see men and women are still very divided on a lot of issues. So we gonna continue this conversation a little bit later. But but we gonna get into it. I gotta slide out, man. I appreciate all of y'all for coming through. Okay, well, that's respectable. But you got a lot of women, they secure the bag and they like, fuck it, I got the bag already. And then don't give a fuck. And then a man is stuck. But we're gonna talk about it later. I appreciate all of y'all. I'm gonna slide. Thank you all for coming again. It is a pleasure and an honor to get to chop it up with y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you new. Hit that like button if you're OG. Make sure you catch all the Den socials. Den Show Live on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Den Show Live at Gmail if you want to send an email. It says a little bit muffled, a little quiet. I got to turn it up. Let me see what I got this on. Let me see. Speaking to the mic, that's what I be telling them. Hey, baby, speaking to the mic, baby. But where am I at? Okay. But, you know, I thank y'all for joining us, and we'll be back at it later on tonight, 10 p.m. I'm going to drop some more content throughout the day. Man, make sure y'all tell a friend about the Den. Don't tell no friends you don't want to tell in your business, because y'all know how folks be. But now, tell a friend about the Den, man. Den Show Live on all the platforms. If you would like to... Oh, there we go. Excuse me. Pardon me. If you'd like to make a one-time donation to the Den, you can hit the streamlabs.com/the Den Show. All love is appreciated. And if you want to consider making a monthly pledge to the Den, you can go to patreon.com/the Den Show. So with that being said, we'll be back at it tonight, 10 p.m. Central Time, Den at 10 in the morning, 10 in the evening Central Time. With that being said, I'm out. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all ain't got to go home, but I'm finna get the fuck up out of here. I'm out. Oh, there go Broderick. What's the motherfucking deal, Broderick, babe? What's going on, babe? Yeah, man, we're gonna have a good conversation. Thank you, Miss V. Absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait till tonight. We should be wired, fired, and inspired tonight. I'm going. I'll catch y'all later.